Hello students, my name is Dr. Tahir Nizami. I am Associate Professor at Civil College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. Today we will discuss about very important topic gas chromatography. In last video we have discussed in gas chromatography about the stationary phase and mobile phase. Now in this specific video we will discuss about the instrumentation and process of gas chromatography. तो थोड़ा सा पहले रिकॉल करते हैं कि हमने गैस क्रोमेटोग्राफी में क्या पढ़ा था. We have studied that gas chromatography is a type of chromatography which uses gas. Now here gas is act as a mobile phase. So this is very simple fundamental thing is that in gas chromatography the mobile phase is nothing but gas. And we all know chromatography is a technique of separation of two substances. Whenever we have substance which have multiple substances, so by the help of chromatography we can separate these substances. Now what happens in specific gas chromatography? In gas chromatography, this is a separation technique where mobile phase is a gas. Then you might be thinking that if mobile phase is gas, then what will be the stationary phase? Because in all type of chromatography there is a mobile phase and there is a stationary phase. So specifically in gas chromatography, the mobile phase is gas and the stationary phase can be liquid as well as solid. Now here comes the concept. If mobile phase is gas and the stationary phase is liquid, then such type of chromatography is known as gas liquid chromatography. Now here one point has to be remembered that if we use liquid as a stationary phase, then it should be high boiling point liquid. What is the reason behind that? The reason behind that is that we use gas chromatogram, where there is an oven in which the temperature is more than 300 degrees Celsius. So that is why when we use liquid as a stationary phase, then we have to ensure that that liquid has to be temperature higher boiling point. And the stationary phase can be solid as well. Like in HPLC we have studied that stationary phase can be solid also. Now if stationary phase is solid and mobile phase is gas, this type of chromatography is known as gas solid chromatography. तो बेसिकली गैस क्रोमेटोग्राफी बेसिकली दो टाइप्स के हो सकते हैं, गैस लिक्विड क्रोमेटोग्राफी एंड गैस सॉलिड क्रोमेटोग्राफी. गैस लिक्विड क्रोमेटोग्राफी के अंदर मोबाइल फेज जो होती है गैस होती है. इनफैक्ट दोनों क्रोमेटोग्राफी दोनों टाइप की गैस क्रोमेटोग्राफी में मोबाइल फेज गैस होती है. जब भी गैस क्रोमेटोग्राफी की बात आती है इसका मतलब मोबाइल फेज जो होती है उसके अंदर गैस होती है. और गैस लिक्विड क्रोमेटोग्राफी में जो स्टेशनरी फेज होती है वो लिक्विड होती है. और इस बात को ध्यान रखेंगे अपन कि वो लिक्विड का जो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट होती है वो 300 से ज्यादा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमको हायर बॉइलिंग पॉइंट वाला लिक्विड होना चाहिए. अगर हमारा स्टेशनरी फेज सॉलिड होता है, जैसे कि हमने दूसरे कॉलम में दूसरे एचपीएलसी टेक्निक में देखा था, तो उसको हम गैस सॉलिड क्रोमेटोग्राफी बोलते हैं. नाउ इस टेक्निक को गैस क्रोमेटोग्राफी को हम वेपर फेज क्रोमेटोग्राफी भी कहते हैं. Now why vapor phase chromatography? Again chromatography because it is a technique of separation. Vapor phase because here we use mobile phase as a gas. Now one thing you are wondering that which type of gas is used in gas chromatography. So students, let me clear that there are basically 3 or 4 types of gas which are used in gas chromatography as mobile phase. The number 1 is hydrogen. Number 2 is helium, and sometimes carbon dioxide, mixture of carbon dioxide and air is also used. Now it is also known as gas liquid partition chromatography. Gas liquid partition chromatography because when we use solid as a stationary phase, then the principle which is applied in gas chromatography is adsorption. But when we use liquid as a stationary phase in gas chromatography, the principle is not adsorption but principle is partition. So please note that when in gas chromatography solid stationary phase is utilized, the principle it works on principle of adsorption, and when liquid is used as mobile stationary phase, then the principle is not adsorption but it is partition. And so that is why gas chromatography is also known as vapor phase chromatography or gas liquid partition chromatography, because here gas is a mobile phase, liquid is a stationary phase, and partition is the principle, and chromatography separation technique. Now in application point of view we will discuss that where gas chromatography is used. It is widely used in industry, and I will discuss about a new combination of gas chromatography with mass spectroscopy, which is known as GC-MS spectroscopy, that I will discuss in my next lecture. Now in this video we will discuss about the instrumentation of gas chromatography. So basic the component of instrumentation of gas chromatography are: number one, we have a cylinder, that is a metallic cylinder to which pressure gauge is associated. There is a tube which allow the gas of cylinder. In cylinder, inert gases like helium, hydrogen, carbon dioxide and mixture of air is filled with high pressure. Now this liquid gas act as a mobile phase. From this gas cylinder, liquid comes out and come into the column. There is a pressure gauge which regulates the pressure of gas which come from gas cylinder into the column. So there is a sample inlet sample. So this is a port of sample inlet. Now students, in gas chromatography, sample can be solid, sample can be liquid or gas. When gas sample is there is a no issue. But when sample is in liquid form, then there is a process that first this sample is converted into vaporized phase, gaseous phase, and then enter into this column. Now this is a sample injector where we inject sample. I repeat, sample is in the form of either gas or liquid. If it is the gas, there is no issue. If sample is in liquid form, it has to be converted into vaporized form by increasing the temperature. Now this is an injection sample injection port. At this injection port, sample as well as the gas meet mixed together uniformly, homogeneously, and this mixture of sample as well as mobile phase gas enter into the column. Now this coiled circular part is our main part, that is column. Now this part is known as gas chromatogram. The length of column, the average length of column is 15 to 30 centimeter long, and it is made up of stainless steel which withstand pressure, high pressure. And the important part is that this acts as oven also. Now here the temperature is 300 degrees Celsius. Now why temperature is required? And there is an adjustment to either increase or decrease the temperature also. I will discuss this thing after some time. Now after this column will attach to a detector which detects the sample, which type of sample elute first, and this detector is further connected with the recorder where we obtain a peak, and recorder is connected with the computer which will generate the peak and give us printout. Now this, let us again understand what are the basic parts, components of gas chromatography. Number one is gas cylinder. Number two, pressure gauge valve. Number three, sample injection port. Number four is coiled, circularly coiled column, stationary phase, gas chromatogram which is 50-30 centimeter in length. There is a detector, recorder and a computer to detect the signal. Now students, what happens exactly in this gas chromatography is that when we insert sample, when we inject sample, and simultaneously the gas comes out from the cylinder, and this gas and sample mix and enter into the column. Now as I told that in this column, stationary phase can be liquid or it can be a solid. Now when sample and mobile phase enter into the column, what happens in the column is that, what happens in the column, how separation take place. The component in the sample which has low boiling point will elute first. Why? Because the temperature is 300 degrees Celsius. It vaporizes very fast. Now the component which has low boiling point vaporizes very fast, and that is the reason it will elute fast. Now in this column, so we have understood that the substance in the sample component which have low boiling point will elute first, and the substance which have high boiling point will elute after that. After first there will the elution of components which have low boiling point, and after that the component elute which have high boiling point. And here is the concept of temperature. We can adjust temperature also, we can increase or decrease the temperature as per our requirement so that the separation can occur. So basically this is, if we see a cross section of column, we will find that in the column there is a low boiling point substance which elute first, and high boiling point substance which elute last. Now what is elution? Elution is elution is nothing but total time taken by a sample to cover the distance of column, that is from inlet point to outlet point. So low boiling point temperature substance will elute first, high boiling point of the elute last after that, and if both components have same boiling point, then the elution and separation will be taken place on the basis of size. The substance which have smaller size, smaller particle size will elute first, and substance which higher particle size will elute after some time, because it have a larger surface area, it can bind to column, it can bond to column, and it will take time to elute. Now, detector is a special type of detector which detects the signals, which type of liquids come. So in this recorder we will find signals. In signal X there is an X axis and Y axis. In X axis there is a retention time, and in retention time we will find some peaks. We will find some peaks. Now the peak will show a specific retention time. For example, this peak and these are the two peaks which are obtained. Now these have low boiling point which elute fast, so retention time is less. These have high boiling point, they retain into the column to larger time, so they have high boiling point. For example, 7.1 minute, 3.2 minute, as such. So it has higher boiling point, so it retained into the column, so it have high boiling point. Now, by knowing the retention time of these peaks, we can compare this with standard retention times. And by comparing with standard retention time, we can determine that the compound is such and such compound, because every compound have particular retention time in a particular given conditions, particular mobile phase, particular stationary phase. Now, so till this time we have understood that what are the major components of gas chromatography. In next video we will discuss about the application of gas chromatography and something about gas chromatography associated with mass spectroscopy. Thank you.